Look at your books on page 76. Today we're going to continue with lesson 10 about, the writing. Here, what do you think, the passage or the article will be about? What do you think, the article will be about? Mm-hmm. Look at your books on page. Yes, it will be about, dolphins. It will be about dolphins. As usual, here we have, the goals of the lesson. We are going to find out some information about dolphins according to the article, identify the topic of each paragraph of the article, and try to write and say about a type of an animal. Now, what do you know? Or what do you want to know about dolphins? And what do you know about the dolphins? And what do you want to know? Here we have two questions. What do you know about the dolphins? And what do you want to know about the dolphins? Mm-hmm. What do you know about the dolphins? Yes. Are they dangerous animals? Or, are they, friendly animals? What do you think? According to the stories that we usually have, dolphins are friendly animals. Now here we have, the article will explain everything about, the dolphins. We are going to read the text and find out about, the origin of dolphins. Also to find out, the types of dolphins and their eating habits, bottlenose dolphin, and special abilities, dolphins have, and the relationship between people and the dolphins. We are going to listen, then we will answer these questions. Just to share the audio, 1 minute. Okay. Listen, please.
All about dolphins. Dolphins are marine mammals that are claimed to have evolved from land mammals some 50 or 60 million years ago. Studies indicate that they are closely related to hippos, camels, and cows. There has been an unending debate on the exact origin of dolphins and whales that is likely to continue for years to come. There are 32 types of dolphins that live in saltwater. Dolphins eat about 20 to 25 kilos of fish per day. Their eating habits vary depending on the area and the time of year. If there is an abundance of fish, they will happily consume as much as they need. Interestingly, dolphins regulate their food intake according to the fat content of the fish available and their hunger. In this sense, they can probably control their food intake more efficiently than humans. Did you also know that their brains weigh more than ours? Dolphins can recognize themselves in a mirror, scan objects in the water using sonar, sleep with one eye closed, whistle and recognize each other by their whistles, go to a depth of about 260 meters. There is mutual interest between dolphins and people. They are as interested in observing us as we are in them. Dolphins love having fun, communicating, and playing. They are also keen on helping and supporting their own kind and other species that are in danger. The bottlenose dolphin is the most studied and familiar to people, with a life expectancy of about 40 to 50 years. Bottlenose dolphins show an extraordinary connection with humans and have rescued injured divers repeatedly. These wonderful creatures deserve our admiration and respect and need to be protected.
Okay. Now, go back to the questions again. What do you think, you know, the first question is? What is the origin of dolphins? According to the article. You can try. Yes. Sharif.
Woman, teacher.
Yes.
Mammals, hippos, camels, and cows.
Good. 1 minute, please. So this is the first question. Number 1, the origin of dolphins. Read them, yeah. Read the first answer, Sharif.
Marine mammals that are
Good. Good. Yes. Now what about the second?
يا أستاذ أي وحدة؟
This is the second. Types of dolphins.
Okay. Types of dolphins and their eating habits.
Yes.
And
Read the answer.
okay, when?
How many types do we have?
We have 32 types. And the eating habits, 20 to 25 kilos of fish per day. They regulate their food intake.
Good. Now what about the third? Uday?
The bottlenose dolphin, one more familiar to people, life expectancy 40 to 50 years. Connection with the humans, rescued divers.
Good.
أستاذ bottlenose dolphin هذا نوع من الدلفين ولا شو معناتها؟
Yes. Bottlenose dolphin, you know, if you look at their nose, you will find that they what? They are different from, you know, the nose of other animals.
Okay.
Now, what about the special abilities that dolphins have?
Special abilities dolphins have.
They can what? Recognize.
They can jump so high in the, like above the water.
Here, recognize themselves in the mirror. These are the abilities. Abdurrahman Saadi.
لا أنا عبد الرحمن راعد بس إنه أيوة recognize themselves in a mirror. In the water using sonar. Sleep with one eye closed. Whistle and recognize each other's by their whistles. Go to a depth of about 260 meters.
Good. So these are the, let us say, the abilities which, you know, the dolphins can do. They recognize themselves in a mirror, scan objects in the water using sonar, sleep with one eye closed, whistle and recognize each other by their whistles. And the last, you know, they go to a depth of about 260 meters. Now, what about the special abilities, the relationship with people? Who can read the relationship? They have, you know, good relationship with people. Who can read? A day?
Connection with people, interested in people, have rescued people repeatedly.
Good. Good. They have, you know, a good relationship with people, have rescued people repeatedly with humans, and have rescued injured divers repeatedly. Okay. Now, who can read? Who can read? Oh, before you're reading, here we are going to identify the topic of each paragraph. Now look at the first paragraph. What do you think is the first paragraph talking about? What is the topic or the, you know, the main idea of the first paragraph? Maybe, you know, talking about the origin of the dolphins. What are dolphins? So this is, you know, the topic of, you know, the first paragraph. What are dolphins? If you look at the first paragraph, you will find that, you know, it talks about what? About the dolphins and, you know, the origin of dolphins. Now, what about the second paragraph? Talking about what? Maybe, you know, the eating habits. Look here. The second paragraph talking about, you know, the eating habits of, you know, dolphins. Dolphins eat about 20 to 25 kilos of fish per day. Their eating habits, you know, vary depending on the area and the time of the year. So the second paragraph is talking about the eating habits of what? Dolphins. The third paragraph here talking about the abilities. So the third paragraph is talking about the abilities. Yes. The next about the relationship with people, dolphins and people. There is a mutual interest between dolphins and people. The next, talking about what dolphins like. And the next about, you know, the bottlenose dolphins and people. And the last about, you know, it talks about the opinion of the writer's opinion of dolphins. Okay, now who can read? Who can read the first paragraph?
Can I read?
Yes.
تمام.
Yes, read the first paragraph, please.
تمام. All about dolphins. Dolphins are marine mammals that are claimed to have evolved from land mammals. Some 50 or 60 million years ago, studies indicate that they are closely related to hippos, camels, and cows. There has been an unending debate on the exact origin of dolphins and whales that is likely to continue for years to come.
Good. Abdullah Amin, read the second paragraph. Abdullah. Ahmed Taysir. Yes, Uday. Read the second paragraph.
There are 32 types of dolphins that live in salt water. Dolphins eat about 20 to 25 kilos of fish per day. Their eating habits vary depending on the area and the time of year. If there is an abundance of fish, they will happily consume as much as they need. Interestingly, dolphins regulate their food intake according to the fat content of the
Good.
fish available and their hunger. In their in this sense, they can probably control their food intake more effectively than humans. Did you also know that their brains fight more than ours?
Good. Now, Abdurrahman Al-Sa'di, where are you?
Yes, teacher.
Read the dolphins' abilities.
Dolphins love having fun. Yes.
Here, dolphins can recognize.
Oh, okay. Dolphins can recognize themselves in a mirror, scan objects in the water using sonar, sleeping with one eye closed, while still, and recognize each other
Recognize,
by
yes.
their whiskers. Go to a depth of about 260 meters. There
Good.
is
Yes.
there is a mutual interest between dolphins and people. They are interested in observing us as we are in them. Dolphins love having, communicating, and playing. They are also keen on helping and supporting their own kind and other spe- species that are in danger. The bottom,
Good.
complete.
Yes, yes.
The bottle, the bottlenose dolphin is the most studied and uh, familiar to people with a life expect the tanky.
Expectancy.
Okay, expectancy
Expectancy.
of about 40 to 50 years. Bottlenose dolphins show an extraordinary connection with the humans and have rescued injured divers repeatedly. These wonderful creatures deserve our ad- admiration and respect and need
Admiration.
to be protected.
Good. Okay. Now look at your books on the second page, 70. '77, please. Choose a type of animal to research and write about. Use the KWL. Now, what do you mean by KWL chart? You have to classify and organize your ideas. You know, the ideas which you know comes come under K, means I know. You know, the ideas which you want to know come under, you know, W, I want to know. And, you know, the ideas which you have learned come under L, means I learned. So this is about, you know, how can we arrange and organize our ideas. Okay, who can read about, you know, the writing corner? when you write a descriptive essay about a species. Abdullah, are you here, Abdullah? Abdullah Amin? Muhammad Taysir? Yanal? Ahmed Azzam?
Yes.
Read about, the writing corner.
Okay. When you write a descriptive essay about a species, try not to command as it is. Read it, make notes, and rephrase in your own words. Make the description more attractive for your reader by adding personal feelings and opinions. Notice that when referring to the animal, you may repeat its name. Use a pronoun or a distinguishing feature. These incredible hunters or refer to it through its category. This bird, these creatures, etc. Select information that is genuinely interesting. Share feelings, enthusiasm, fondness, interest, etc. with your reader.
Good, thank you. Now, go to your books on page 78, please. 78, just we want to share another screen. 1 minute. 1 minute, please. Look at your books on page 78. Now you remember when we talked about the adjectives and the position of the adjectives. So we use the adjectives to describe nouns, as you know, but here we have to place the adjectives either after the verb be or before the noun, the main noun. Look at the examples. Dolphins are intelligent. You realize here intelligent is what? Is an adjective. It comes after are. Cats are very independent. Here also, it is what is an adjective. It comes after the verb be. Dolphins are intelligent animals. You realize that the adjective comes before the noun animals, independent animals, endangered species. So you realize here we have two places for adjectives. After be is rm, was, were, etc. And before the noun. Now, how can we form the adjectives? Adjectives usually are formed from let us say verbs and nouns. A lot of adjectives are formed from verbs and nouns. Many adjectives are formed by adding the following suffixes: y, full, less, ate, etc. Look at the example. Health is very important. You realize here the word health is what? Is noun. Keeping pets healthy is very important. You realize here the word healthy is an adjective. We just add the y, the suffix y, to the noun to make it what? As an adjective. Please take care when feeding the animals. Take care. Please be careful. Take care. You realize here care. Careful. You will not get much use out of that bag. That bag is useless. Energetic, and so on. So these are the ways that we form, the adjectives from verbs and nouns. Now look at the examples. Look at exercise A on page 78. Read the sentences and write the correct form of the adjective from words given in parentheses. Who can read the example? Who can read the example? Yes, Sharif, are you here? Abdullah Amin. Yes, read the example, Sharif.
From here. Okay. One day in
Exercise.
1969. Yes.
Yes.
One day in 1969, John Randall and Anthony Burke saw a real live lion cub in a London department store window.
Good. One day in 1969, John Randall saw a real live lion cub in London department store window. Okay. The lion is said to have been an and extremely cat. Here we have two nouns, affection, cooperation. We are going to derive an adjective from affection and from, cooperation. The lion is said to have been an what? Affectionate, I think. Yes, affectionate and cooperative. Number 3, who can read? When Christian saw his older friends, he ran towards them, stood on his back legs, and joyfully, I think, gave each of them a long and, loving embrace. Vincent fell is easily the most fame here. It will become what? Famous. Elephants in, captivity should be given, pedicures to keep their feet what? Healthy. He's a beautiful and strong horse. Ali owns a very what? Energetic. Many true stories demonstrate that horses are what? Loyal human companions. Okay. Write them quickly, please. Okay, now if you finish, move to the second part, page 79. Here, if you remember when we talk about, the conjunctions here, all, both, neither, none. Use all, both, neither, and none to compare two or more things, places, animals, people, etc. All and none used with the plural. Both and neither we use with two. All tigers, cheetahs, leopards, and lions are big cats. Both cheetahs and leopards are fast animals. Just to compare between two or more. Neither tigers nor lions can be domesticated. None of the big cats can be domesticated. They are all wild animals. Now here we have both and, neither nor. Both and, neither nor, and either or are all paired conjunctions. They are used to link two words, phrases, or clauses of the same type. For example, nouns are linked with nouns, adjectives are linked with adjectives, and verbs are linked with verbs. The same kind. My favorite animal is either an elephant or a camel. You realize here, elephant, a camel, what? Nouns. Both camels and elephants are intelligent animals. But here you have to take in your consideration when connecting two subjects with both and, you have to be sure that to use the plural form, plural verb. Here, both my father and his boss where. We do not use what was. When connecting two subjects using either or neither nor, the choice to use a singular or plural verb depends on the subject that is closer to the verb. Neither my uncle nor my brothers want to see. Look here, brothers, it is what? Plural, so we use want, you know. But here in the second, my uncle is singular, so we use wants. We use what? Singular verb form. It depends on the subject that is closer to the verb. So this is about, you know, the let us say the structures on page 78 and 79. Okay, let's stop here. We will continue tomorrow إن شاء الله. يعطيكم العافية شباب.
صدق يا
Okay. السلام.